Okay, we're back again with another Raid Shadow Legends live. Okay, so this video is going to be a bit different. Well, I kind of want to start this video off with some tutorials. Not really too overwhelming, just enough for new game players to process what's going on. Okay, so hi guys, have been doing? Hope everyone's well. Let me just get that out of the way one time. If you want to talk to me personal or you want to get some help with anything, you could always do so by checking out the Discord, right? Okay, nice and easy. It's not going to be overcomplicated. So the biggest thing about this video is letting new players know that you can get your account farming Ultra Nightmare Clan boss in just under a month if you just implement these simple tips. But what I want to do before we just hop into the tips is I want you to know this is just my opinion. Obviously, there is a lot of ways you can play Raid. There is the wrong way, there is the right way, and then there's my way. I don't think I'm the best content creator by any means. I don't really consider myself a content creator at the moment. I'm more of just an enjoyer of the game. So if you're just starting your Raid journey, or like in my case, you started your alt account because it's so fun starting over in Raid, and you haven't done this crucial step, just delete the game. Okay. So the crucial step here we go into sushi, man. So the crucial step is starting off your Raid account with a promo link. There's a lot of different promo links, man. In this day and age, it's so easy for new players to get the best possible start in Raid. It's absolutely absurd. So all you gotta do is just head over to Google and type in the best starter promo link in Raid, and there's actually a website with all the various codes to choose from. I actually gonna link it in the description below, so it's gonna be in the description of this video. It says click this, you just click that, you go through there are ratings for each promo code, which one's the best, which one's not so good, you know. So that's how easy it goes. But if you want to know what's the absolute best starter promo code, in my opinion, is Vulcan's link, which is Nama, Tagore, and Farrakhan the Fat. And for the starter legendary code, you want to enter Raid 7 to get the boy Pelops. Okay, I didn't do that on this account I'm showing now. So, bit of a hypocrite, right? So I did the code for Folan Silverheart. This is my alt account. For testing purposes, I've made this account. I did pick Elhain as my starter champion, and I did go ahead and secure myself Folan Silverheart from the Silver Watchers faction. I did do the code. You see, I have Nama, Tagore, and Farrakhan the Fat. My head is probably blocking, actually. Hold on. Oh no, not that. Let's move down the web again. Yeah. So you see, I did went ahead and start with the code I said I'll start with. I didn't do the Raid 7 for Pelops because I have him on other accounts, you guys may know. So that's going to be simple. Yeah, many new players are unaware of the links. Man, all you got to do is click in the description, man. I just found probably the best possible site that helps you determine which link is good for you. You could type in which champ you want, which one you want to start with. If you already have the ones I'm referring to, that's going to be a big thing, right? Gonna want to do that before you start the game. Okay, so it's a crazy combination I have right now, and it will definitely push your progress effectively in so many different content. It's gonna feel like you're cheating, man, honestly. But a quick disclaimer is, obviously, you can choose whatever link you want. It's all about having fun at the end of the day, but it's also about being efficient. So the good news is almost all the promo links can work because I actually tested a lot of them. So of course, do what you want. Just make sure you start with a promo code and don't enter an epic champion code over a free legendary code. Trust me, you will regret that step. Okay, it's going to be really simple for new players to follow. I think I'm going to pull up Yeah, let me just pull up the promo code so you guys can see what I mean. For all the future viewers of this nice video. Okay, I did open it already, so it's just to get the link. Okay, nice. Actually, I'm just gonna show it on the, yeah, let's just show it here. Okay, so this basically is the, if you press the link in the description, you will see this page. You can do best promo links, which has the rating for all of them. Best Thaulen links, best Nama links, best Corvus links, full support links. So it's really up to you what you want to do. You can just go with all links and go through this, which is basically rating a lot of various links from all types of content creators. In my opinion, I think obviously Vulcans is the best, not the Thaulen. Vulcans Nama link. This one is with Venomage though. This one with Fat Man and Ugo. So I think all of them is still active. I think you could still use any of them to work. I'm kind of thinking of doing a new account again when I'm finished with these two accounts to do the old Guardian link. I'm kind of intrigued by Podrick, Rector Drath, Seeker, and Farrakhan the Fat. I might go ahead and do the Pelops code with this one though. Either Pelops or I don't know if Folan. He is a Silver Watcher, which does increase the overall ability of the team with his passive, and Podrick being a Silver Watcher. But yeah, man, it's just a matter of doing it so you don't have to do it, right? Simple as that. So that's what you want to do. You want to go to the link, pick any code you want, really. But obviously, you're gonna want to know which one is the best one, in my opinion, which is what I said. So once you do that step, you're gonna be off to a great start in Raid. You're gonna be enjoying a lot of your playtime in Raid. So the next step to reaching your first big milestone is kind of confusing because it's made up of about 3 different points. I'm going to do my best to try and explain easily. Okay, so now that you have your starting Raid team, you want to focus on the strongest champs in the bunch, which, if you pick the Nama link, will be Pelops, in my opinion, and obviously Nama. If you pick Thaulen, it might be Thaulen and the legendary champion code you enter. You will need to single them out and focus on them, meaning they will need your full attention. You could think of them as your newborn babies. Simple as that, man. So you're going to want to be putting your best gear on your starter champions, on your most important champions. You see, Folan has arguably my best gear, even though this account is brand new. It's not going to be good, right? It's defense boots, percentage boots. Terrible, right? So between Folan and Nama, I've kind of split my best gear at the moment onto those two. I might have to do some gear changing actually. So I'm not focusing on Elhain at all. I just did her to 40. I might carry her to 50 just for the past challenge, the apprentice. Yeah, I might just carry her to 50 and stop. I'm not going to do the 60 or whatever. I kind of want to get these few rewards, so I'm not focusing on Elhain at all. Tagore as well has some decent gear, so this is like, I want to say, the only exception to the rule, really, other than focusing on your 2 main campaign farmers at the moment. It's going to be a support type champion. Tagore, in my opinion, is probably the best because he does bring a revive as well as a shield and heals, and he increases speed as well. So he's really crucial for not only me but a lot of different players to get themselves through the campaign for the first time. You don't want to do Farrakhan the Fat too early. You don't want to do, you can do Ugo as well for the decreased defense, AoE, but you're gonna be depending on a lot of damage if you're gonna go this route, which you don't really have in the early game. You're gonna want to go survivability. You're gonna want to do survivability, right? So Narmer might be the flex pick, but in my opinion, Folan and Tagore, if Tagore was 50, he would be doing swimmingly in the campaign, right? But as of right now, he's not 50, so I just do it like that. I just focus on Folan and of course Narmer for the moment. Simple as that, man. Okay, so why I say this is because if you want to clear the campaign and get the 252 stars needed to collect all your free rewards, you'll need to do it with 2 or less champions. Ideally, you want to do it 1, but it's really gear dependent. If you want to do it 1 champion, you're gonna have to focus on a lot of different factors like affinity, AoE skills, you know. So you can see here, if I just click this, beat the stage, you get 1 star. Beat the stage, no losses means no deaths, you get 2 stars. 2 or fewer champions, you get no losses, you get 3 stars. So what I typically like to do as well is I like to go through from as early as possible in putting in my 2 champions. Just go through it like that. I don't like to double dip, go back and do it over stages. Like let's say, okay, hold on, let me just check this out for a minute. Okay, let's say I do this. So I do this, right, and this team gets 1 star. I typically don't like to move on without getting those 3 stars. I know there's a lot of people say just rush to Brutal 3 on this stage 12 Brutal 3 to start your farming, but I like to do it efficiently as possible. And with the starter links now, you can more or less do it with almost any of the legendary champions you have, along with a support. So I don't like to come back and do this. What happens is, if I'm stuck on this stage, if I can't get the 3 stars, if I can't even manual it, I would just typically go over to my champions and I would check the gear. Obviously I upgraded the gear because I did what I said I would do. So let's say he had on, let's say you're starting with something like this. Yeah, let's say you start with something like this and you die. You're going to want to come in here, check the gear, see if it's worth upgrading to level 8 or level 12. Typically, it's always worth upgrading to level 8 or level 12 on your first gear sets, on your 2 main champions. So let me just put back on what I had on before I forget. So you want to do that, and then you want to go again, see if you can complete the stage with the newly upgraded gear. You can do it 1 at a time. I would suggest doing the bottom row first. You always, if you get a speed boot, you always want to do that first. Get that to either 12 or 16 as soon as possible, because it's going to be really crucial. Speed, you go more turns than enemy, means you get more attacks in than the enemy. Simple as that. So I'm currently trying to find ways to upgrade these 2 champions to beat the stage that I'm currently on. Okay, obviously I can do Narmer, I can upgrade Narmer a bit, upgrade a gear, and I'm definitely going to be able to clear stage 3 if I do that. Now you're going to reach a point in the campaign where you can inevitably not move further. When you reach that point, it's going to be, most likely it's going to be in Brutal, because if you do the steps I said before, during normal and hard, you can more or less clear all the stages by advancing the gear and just moving forward with that concept. If advancing the gear doesn't work, you're going to want to check the champions levels. If the champions levels doesn't work, you don't want to max them out, right? You don't want to max them out because you do get EXP from doing the campaign. So let's say I was using this guy. Let me just do it in campaign, actually. Okay, let's say I was using let's say this wasn't the team, it was actually, okay, just to add, do campaign challenges simultaneously. Correct. That's really nice. That's a really nice tip, man. You want to do your campaign challenges as well. It's kind of simple to do, but we'll get into that. We'll show it. Okay. Let's say we use the skunk boy, right? And we cannot clear the stage. You don't have to max level him, but you can probably throw about 2 brews into skunk boy. Make sure to match the affinity to the champion as well. Throw in about 4 brews, something like that. Go back to the stage, because what happens is you increase your base stats on every single level you acquire on all your champions, right? So you want to do that. Stats get better, you get more attack, you get more HP, you might be able to clear the stage. If that doesn't work, inevitably what you want to do at that point, let's say you do all that, all else fails, you're stuck in the campaign. What you should do after getting stuck, come out of the campaign and try your best to focus on your arbiter missions, right? This is probably it probably goes, campaign is 1 and arbiter missions is 1A. I would say it's really important you focus on your arbiter missions as soon as possible while trying to acquire 252 stars on your campaign. Normal to brutal. Normal to brutal is going to be the way you want to go, right? Okay. Arbiter missions, it's gonna be a bit hectic to do the arbiter missions, but look, I just have some few tips on the arbiter missions that will help you kind of grind what's going on. Okay, let me just get this. Okay, yeah. So obviously, my last tip is going to be tied directly into this tip, which I'm going to be saying now. And when you eventually get stuck in the campaign, what you want to do at that point, focusing on arbiter missions, as I said, it's the natural process you should be playing the game by. And if you don't focus on this easy to follow game mode, you will be setting back your account with every wasted click you do after that. So there are a few missions you need to look out for in particular. Typically, the potion keep dungeons are a pain, and if you don't do them as soon as possible, because seeing that you're a new account. Okay, let me just show you guys, because I'm actually on that mission as well. So as a new player, you get the perks of having the dungeons open for, I want to say, 7 days. So you see I'm currently on like 2 days, or 2 days again for all these dungeons. So let me just show you guys. I got stuck in the campaign, so I came over to my arbiter missions, and this is the next mission, which is ascend a champion to level 5 ascension. So let's just do that. See, I'm focusing on my main champion as well, my early game farmer. He might be my farmer regardless, but that's for a later video. So there we go. Ascend to level 5. We double dipped. We achieved the mission as well as upgrading the campaign farmer so we can move forward in the campaign. So you're going to want to get this, collect all you can collect. Okay, so now this one, defeat 50 champions. Okay, let me just focus on the potions for a moment. The good news is you can scroll through this and see where you have to do all the missions. You can see the missions you have to do that you haven't cleared as yet, and some of them are not retroactive, so you have to do it once it shows up, once it pops up. Once you're able to do it, then's the only way you can move forward. So see this here, win 5 greater spirit potions from stage 7 or higher in the spirit keep. So ideally I want to do all the missions before that. Okay, there's magic as well, so I think magic is the first one. Arcane is always open, right? So yeah, magic. So it's magic, spirit, I think force, and then void is the yeah, force and then void. So you're going to want to do those missions before those 7 days. It's going to be a bit difficult probably if you're not playing as much, but you're going to want to try to at least focus on these few things in the early parts of the game. So I'm gonna try to clear all these missions. Just read it, take your time, read it, understand what they're asking you to do, and clear the mission. Simple as that, man. So you're gonna want to win 5 greater magic potions from the magic keep. So I'm gonna see if I could do all of this in time to finish that particular mission, then move on to the spirit before my 2 days and how many hours do I have? My 2 days and 4 hours are over. Simple as that, man. Okay, that's basically sums up the Arbiter missions in terms of potions. Now let's go on to my favorite tip, I would say. Okay, so the next tip is obviously tied to the Arbiter missions as well, but I think it deserves its own spotlight, right? I think this tip is so important it deserves, its own shine. Okay, so for the love of everything that's holy, do your arena battles from now. It's really crucial. You should be doing your 10 tokens and more every single day. Actually, you should be doing your 15 tokens because you get 5 tokens from completing one of the daily missions, right? You don't have to be like me or other sweaty players who sets alarms on their phone every 15 minutes just to get the refresh in the right time so you can actually win matches on the higher tiers of the arena. But you do have to prioritize farming those pesky arena medals, which is undoubtedly some of the hardest missions to clear in the Arbiter missions just because of the time-gated factor involved. It's not hard to do, but you're gonna have to wait whiles before you can complete those missions. Okay, so as well as, if you didn't know, I guess I could just show you guys. Also, if you didn't know, the medals are used to upgrade levels in your Great Hall, which not only affects your stats in the arena, but everywhere else in the game, which means it's easier to gear your champions, which is a win-win in my opinion. If you neglect arena now, like so many accounts out there, probably millions of accounts neglect arena, man, it's gonna keep your progress back by I want to say like 3 months, man. I think it takes about 3 months to actually clear certain content. So let's see if I have any arena tokens. Let's see if I practice what I preach. I probably didn't, right? Oh, this is it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, let me just check and see if I'm actually doing what I say. We do have this to collect, so we have to use that as well. So that's another source of 10 tokens. But a lot of people can't sit here and let the game run for 180 minutes. So, well, you're going to want to collect it at least, right? So it goes in your mailbox. It's going to be here for another day. Simple as that. Okay. So I do have 3 tokens. My tokens are never capped on any of my accounts at the moment. The accounts that I'm playing currently. So we could just go in and do a match. So we can see the medals we collect. Doesn't really matter the team at the moment. I'm pretty sure they are as weak or even weaker than me. So I'm just gonna go in, see if I can win. Okay, come on. Okay, I think we're gonna lose. Yeah, Nama can do this. There we go. So I lost that one. Pretty much stronger than me. Okay, I think we can win this one. I kind of wasted it. I wasted a token there, man. But I do have a lot, so okay, so you're gonna want to collect the medals. So I got 2 bronze medals. It goes bronze, silver, then gold. Simple as that, like the Olympics, right? So the medals are really crucial for your Great Hall. Affinity bonuses, right? So you have your 4 affinities. Typically, I don't want to make this a Great Hall guide. That's probably a video for another day, but you're going to want to focus on accuracy first and then probably attack and crit damage, something like that. Either crit damage and then attack, or attack crit damage. Simple as that, right? And typically you're going to want to go through the ways of your main carries. So I know Folan Silverheart is my main carry. He's a spirit affinity, so what I want to do is I want to go in here. You see, I already did attack. I think it was for Arbiter mission. So I'm going to want to do from now on, I'm going to do upgrade accuracy. Let me just do this. I'll use my bronze. Now, where things get tricky is the other affinities. So Nama as well is a crucial part of my account at the moment, and she does need accuracy for basically every single thing in her kit, right? Not so much a passive though, but I do need to do affinity bonuses on Nama as well. The good thing is there's an Arbiter mission later on. I think it's when you reach closer to the end of her, you need to do 2 different affinities on level 4, right? It sounds simple. It sounds like I could do level 4 in 2 days. It's not simple. And there is 2 level 7 and 2 affinities. It scales like that, right, in the Arbiter missions. So typically I think I'm gonna do 1 into each just to use the bronze medals, or I'm just gonna carry this to 2, something like that. But I'm just gonna focus on what the Arbiter mission says, right? So I just put 1 to show you guys. I'm always gonna need that one, so it's not really the end of the world for me to do that right now. So you're gonna want to focus on whatever your main champion's affinity is. You're gonna want to do that for accuracy if they need accuracy, right? More than less, they're gonna need accuracy. So yeah, so that's how crucial arena is for now. You see, I'm actually on an arena battle right now, so we can actually do some of this just to make things go a bit more smooth. I think we could actually win this. Our gear is terrible, right? I need to do a gear overhaul a bit. Okay, see, we got a nice spread there, man. We got a nice spread. Okay, good. What else can we do? I think we can... Elhain might be a problem with the ignore defense. Yeah, I'm going to use this. So you see, the reward I just popped aligns with my Arbiter missions, which is more or less a double dip in my opinion. You use your rewards when you have to make sure you progress more effectively than others. Simple as that, man. You could be doing clan boss and you see, Pelops is gonna be a problem here. I'm pretty much I'm not sure if I could beat Pelly Boy. I'm not sure if I could beat Pelly Boy with this team, because everyone else is kind of trash at the moment. Fat Man probably needs... See, he does have defense. Let's just continue. Yeah, I think... Yeah, let's see if we can beat this team. Let's see if we can brute force it. Hopefully we can. So you're going to want to prioritize farming those pesky arena medals, which is undoubtedly some of the hardest missions to clear in the overall Arbiter. Oh, I'm going to die. No, come on, keep it up, man. In the Arbiter missions, just because of the time it takes to get those medals. Okay, we died. So we're not strong enough to be competing right now. Let's refresh. We might get some easier teams. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I need to kill 50 enemies, so I should be doing the full ones. All right, simple as that. I really need to upgrade, probably to go. If I get to go a bit more upgraded, it's going to be really nice for my survivability. I think we could do this one. Yeah, let's do this. Simple as that, man. So yeah, man. So if you just started your raid journey, or like in my case, you started your alt account because it's so fun to start over, and you want to have the most efficient and best way to move forward with the help of a lot of other people, man. It's not only me. I got a lot of advice. You know, I got a lot of tips coming my way. Some questionable, some really nice. Some you need to take a grain of salt with. Gonna want to subscribe, man. Stay tuned, because I'm actually gonna show the crazy clan boss on this team. I'm not sure what day are we on, actually. Okay, we're on day 4. Day 4. Really young account. Let me just do some of this. Let's see if we got some better gear actually, instead of rolling up terrible gear. HP percent. HP, flat HP though. Ah, terrible, man. Okay, this is HP flat boots. This account is not getting any good gear. It's getting good pulls though. We got a Seer and a Geomancer just back to back. But the gear part, which in my opinion is more important than the pulls at the moment. Yeah, we just get terrible gear. I did win the novice. You're gonna want to do the novice tournament as well. Everyone gets it. Once you put in the work for like a day or two, you're gonna win that easily. I did get the novice tournament and they gave me the worst gear I've ever seen in my life. I got attack percent on this. I got, what else? I think this, did I use the boots somewhere? Yeah, I think I got attack percent boots and it was just terrible, man. It was just terrible. So hopefully you're more lucky than me. You get at least usable gear. Right now it's not usable at all. I should actually use Elhain instead of the Fat Man. What am I doing in the arena? Yeah, that might make more sense. We can probably kill this team. Yeah, let's do this. What was I doing? 2 big damage dealers early on to go with the revive. Okay, we got 2 AoEs though with this guy, so yeah, there we go. There we go. Easy. So that's the Podrick and Folan link. Not bad link. Not a bad link to try out. Okay, we could probably beat this team. It's 2 4-stars. Pelops is a problem. But he's not awakened. Ascended, sorry, so let's see if we can get this done. Hell might be the problem. Okay, we got decreased defense on everyone. There we go. Easy. Folan's basically a one-man nuking team. It's going to be really nice for Classic Arena. Once you get those buffs off, you let Folan go crazy. I don't think I could beat the monkey and... what's his face? Kale. Probably not. But yeah, man, be sure to look out for future videos. I'm probably going to be doing... I'm probably going to do who you should 6-star next. Yeah, that might be the next tips kind of live. So for now, I'm just gonna let you guys focus on those tips. It's a lot of tips. It's a lot to do, so I don't want to overcomplicate the game in any way. I do actually have my other account running. It's actually doing Doom Tower at the moment, so I kind of want to show it, but for some reason, once you're an RSL helper, you can only show 1 raid on OBS. Oh, I lost, man. You see, probably. Oh, I didn't even watch the match. I'm gonna take the easy win, just for the medals. So I kind of time gated on this already. So at the moment, I'm just gonna go into the campaign on this account and probably farm the campaign a bit to kind of show the progress. Yeah, let's just do that instead. So let's see what you guys seen. Okay, so I'm actually gonna end this live and go back live because this was more of a tips. This was more of a tips video. I didn't want it to be too long. It's already 34 minutes long, which is way too long for a tips video. So I'm going to end this one. I'm going to start back alive. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys found something useful. If you need to talk to me or want to hit me up about anything, stop by Discord. Personal, you just DM me and I'm going to